So we're rolling now. Everybody, welcome back. Um,
Week off.
week off. Yeah, dude. Um, Zach has moved temporarily. Uh, yeah.
Memorial Day. Is that what happened? Or no, Labor Day. Shit.
No, it's
What
Memorial
holiday?
Day. Memorial Day.
Memorial Day. Had a little break, grinding podcast.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
Sometimes you need a break.
yeah, dude. Sometimes you do, man. Like even the greats need a break. The Rothschilds, the Carnegies,
Do they
Vanderbilt.
take
They all
breaks?
No. The guy,
Yeah.
the guy who this guy who was like running Andrew Carnegie's like all of his steel mills, he was like the second highest person in the company. He
Mhm.
got shot in the neck and then 3 days later he was back at work.
Whoa.
He was a piece of shit, but I respect the fuck out of him for that. I
Why
respect
was he
him so
shot in the
much.
neck? Like, was it like an
Well,
assassination attempt?
because he was so Carnegie was trying to have more money than Rockefeller at that time because Rockefeller was the richest man in America. Andrew
Yeah, yeah,
Carnegie was second, and
yeah.
so the guy who was running his company, very tight-fisted businessman, he started doing like 6-day work weeks and 12-hour work days for the employees. Yeah, it was
Whoa.
in the Pittsburgh steel mills. It was not a good situation, and they
No.
rioted. And then he brought in the I think they're called the Pink Panthers or whatever. It was like a private military force in the United States at that time, and they went and they shot a
Oh,
bunch of people. And
gosh.
the government didn't do anything. So one of the union guys went in and just shot him, and then he was still alive, which is crazy. And then Carnegie fired him.
Wow. Oh, he got. Oh,
No, he got shot,
that's.
and then he was still working for like a year or so,
Oh,
and then
gosh.
Carnegie fired him. Yeah,
That's insane.
yeah,
I'm not. If I get shot, I'm not going back to work for a while.
yeah, dude. No, but if you want to see a true grind set, a true like grind set to inspire to, it's like, man, the Gilded Age businessmen. That's why I always imagine like you would be great as Zach. It's like a
What?
Gilded Age businessman with a top hat,
Oh, what do those men sell? What's their business?
like
Potatoes?
steel
Oh,
railroads. Yeah, dude, banking. And it's like nobody knew anything at that time. So what they did is, um, for one instance, Vanderbilt was trying to buy out this railroad. And so what two guys at the railroad started doing is they started producing a bunch of shares. And
mm,
you could do that. There weren't very many regulations on that. And so they made a bunch of shares and just kept selling them at the same price. And so they
that's
became
crazy.
billionaires. They just scammed Vanderbilt. Yeah. Here, I
Is
so continue.
did what was sorry? What did Vanderbilt do? And like the university, did he
Oh, what
found
do you
that
think?
university?
I don't know. What
I
kind of
think
internet
it
does it
was
have?
I think it was his son did. His son
Uh,
university. But yeah, he was a huge railroad magnate. He was like the first
mm,
um like kind of mogul big business guy that we've ever seen in the United States at that time. Um but before have you ever seen The Men Who Built America?
I actually have.
Yeah, that's what it's all. I've been watching that while I've
It's
been
pretty
working.
good, right?
Dude, it's so good. And the intro, dude, let me pull this up, bro. Look at this. Look at this intro. I hope they don't take us down for this.
Lord Mayority. Oh yeah. Wow. Dude, like how when you just find oil,
What?
like when you find an oil pat, what is it called? when you find oil? What's the
Oh
area of
well.
when
A
you find an
prospect.
oil well? You know how it just like shoots out of the ground?
Mhm.
Like how long does it shoot out for, or does it just doesn't stop?
I have no idea if I'm gonna be honest.
Because like I've always like, oh, you find the oil well, but then like all the stuff goes to waste. Like how do you know it's not just gonna explode and be done?
That's a good that's a good question. Well, if you watch There Will Be Blood, you would know more about that. If you watch that
Uh,
great movie.
Have you ever seen Blood Diamond?
I have is that about that big ass diamond? Is that the Hope Diamond?
No, Blood Diamond is about like it's like Leonardo DiCaprio. I think he's in South Africa.
Uh
It's just about the diamond mines there.
mm.
That movie that's like up your alley though.
I'll give it a watch. Um I wonder if our friends' ancestors were working in the mines or if they were the people who were benefiting off the mines.
Maybe both.
I don't think it was both. I don't think it was both. He claims it's both. I don't think it was both.
It could be. It could be both, and we just have no idea.
We just have no idea. He claims they took him in though. That one time at DX, he's like, "Yeah, I'm African." The craziest thing.
He, I talked to him for the first time in like a year
Yeah.
on the phone,
Uh,
and he said that he drove through North Dakota and had nothing to offer.
I I I understand.
And that's why he called. I haven't talked to him in a while, but it's a pleasure to catch up with him.
Yeah. Y-
Speaking of podcast, first podcast I ever did was with him.
The first podcast you did was with him.
It wasn't really a podcast. It kind of was. It was like a 10-minute filmed interview
Oh.
for our entrepreneurship class. And we were talking about chocolate milk business ideas and go mad. Gallon of milk a day. That was my first podcast ever done.
Wow, what a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would consider that a podcast. I definitely would. Um
Yeah. It's online, it's filmed, it's a video, of you talking,
yeah, if it's just like two people chatting for sitting down and chatting
no
on
edits,
a
just raw
podcast,
footage.
milk how it's made, video over
Exactly.
the background.
Yep. It literally, you took the words out of my mouth.
The- yeah, I think there's still a significant portion of the population that believes that chocolate milk comes from brown cows.
It doesn't? No, I'm joking. I'm messing with you.
Aha. What?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Do you okay? So do you know about the bricks and minifigs situation?
I do not.
Do you
Do you
know?
educate me?
So this is Zach, this is like the craziest thing that ever has like it's insane. It's an insane scheme. And you would be, I feel like from a business perspective, you would be quite interested in this. Um,
Uh-huh.
so this YouTuber, right? I think I've showed him to you before. I started following him. I swear I started following him. He had like only 20K subs on YouTube, and I was following him. His name is Reckless Ben. And he goes and he does these big like documentaries and stuff. They're like funny investigative documentaries where he just goes does a an extreme investigation into things, right? And so someone came to him and said, "Hey, this company, Bricks and Minifigs, which is like a Lego reseller, they stole $200,000 worth of Legos, which is from the biggest Lego Star Wars collection ever amassed.
Hmm.
And they stole all $200,000 of it. And
Okay.
they won't give it back.
Where do they steal it from? Like the
So
headquarters or from like an individual?
so they stole it from an individual. It's basically this old guy. He was in
Oh,
bad health, and so they ended up selling the Lego collection to Bricks and Minifigs. However, they did a consignment deal where it's like, oh, you get um if someone buys the Legos, the people who sold it get a certain percentage and the company gets a certain percentage. So it's like of every
hmm.
Lego set sold. And so the owners, they had to step away from the business. They were moving and the corporate took it over, except they just never paid them for the Legos. They never followed with the consignment deal, even though they have video evidence of them saying that they assumed all the consignment contracts. They just never paid them back.
Oh,
And so the YouTuber Ben, he like goes in, he tries to talk to the people. He asks one question and they start accusing him of harassment. And he has it all on like the video glasses of the entire interaction. And so every time he
whoa.
goes in there, they just accuse him of trespassing and harassment. They keep calling the police on him. And so then he like switches to calling the main corporate headquarters owner. And this guy is a complete scumbag, starts cussing him out. He's like, yeah, if you sue me, if you pursue legal action, we're going to draw it out for so long that it's not even going to be worth the amount of Legos that was sold. It's not even going to be worth the 200,000. And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he took him to small claims court. And because, he didn't want to go through the whole big process. So he found the loophole of doing that. He won, but they never paid him. Instead, they just shut down the store.
Oh, what?
Yeah. They just shut
So,
down that branch.
so literally just like both people lose.
Yeah, yeah, and
Like,
he at that time they still owed him the money as well, so he wasn't even paid for the his small claim.
was
Right?
he owed 200,000 or was he owed a percentage of the
No, he
200,000?
was owed because they were actively like all of the Lego sets that were coming up online and being sold were his Lego sets from the collection, except they just never gave him the consignment thing. So they're like, either give us
Interesting.
the follow with the consignment deal or just give us the Legos back. And it goes way deeper as well because so he tracked down to like the minifigs um owner guy, which he's like a villain with like a crazy villain kind of mustache.
Yeah.
Like very much like the Gilded Age businessmen that we were talking about, except just pure evil. And
Yeah.
so he goes into the court. So he has to get he's trying to sue him again for this, except the court keeps sending it back because they're like, you have to have proof that you tried to resolve this outside of court. And so, even though he already did, he got more proof, except every time he went there to try and like talk to him about it or call him, he
Hmm.
would just get blocked or he get the police continuously called on him. Except the police were being very weird because they kept accusing him, like, they accused him of having heroin in his car, which he did not. They said that they had a glazed look in their eyes, even though they weren't doing any drugs. They were like, "Yeah, we'll take
Hmm.
all the tests that we want to." And then the police were like, "Oh, we're not going to administer the tests." And they have on body cam, so they keep getting harassed by the police. And on body cam, like multiple times, the police are saying they're like, "Yeah, we're just trying to intimidate them." When other officers are
Oh,
asking. And so eventually, so he gets the proof. he's ready to serve the lawsuit, and except the guy won't come out of his house to accept the lawsuit, and he keeps like trying to serve him. And he has a legal person there to try and serve the papers, right? Except they're not letting him serve the papers, and he keeps calling the police on him. And the police keep coming to his bidding. They come to him like 10 different times, and he explains the same story. He's like, I'm just trying to serve this guy because I'm suing him. That's
Yeah.
all. And they're protecting this guy for some reason. And every time,
Oh.
like the police station's being like very shady, they're being like, yeah, we're not going to give you this footage. They're like being so e- like, like, like just slimy about the whole thing. And then
Mm.
eventually they swat his where he's staying because they're claiming that he has the Legos on like a
Yeah.
completely trumped up charge. And then they throw him in jail. And then the court is like, the judge sees it and they're like, this is ridiculous. This guy should be let out. And so he gets let out of jail, except they're trying to trump up on another charge for like nuisance, stalking, and all that. And
Huh?
even though he's just trying to get to the bottom of this and do like journalistic work, they claim that this person is being harassed even though he's just trying to get the money back. And so he had to flee because he didn't want to like he wanted to continue his work and like get to the bottom of this. He had to flee to Mexico. So now he's in Mexico trying to fight it. Yeah, and apparently there's a warrant out for him, I believe. And so the internet's just getting together to try and support this guy. And so he raised like so he
Yeah,
started.
that's what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah,
They have a GoFundMe.
yeah, he raised like over $200,000 to give because he's like, I'm gonna give that money to the family just so that they're out of this. I'm gonna assume complete ownership of the Legos, and we're gonna like get to the bottom of this. But this company is being really shady, and the police department is really shady. So what they're theorizing is that there's a Mormon police cabal that's just preventing justice from happening. And there's previous evidence of this happening as well with like involvement with the LDS church because basically most people in Utah are Mormon and the police often like are can be used to enforce Mormon law, which is kind
Whoa.
of crazy. It's almost borderline a theocracy. Kind of
Jeez.
is a theocracy. And so this guy is trying to fight it like and then the police released a whole video but there's evidence of them debunking it and they just keep getting called on this guy and there's video evidence of him coming to a complete stop and then the officer claiming that he did not come to a complete stop as well.
This
And
is
that
this
was
is
part of the heroin thing. That was going back to the reason why they started searching the car for heroin. So, yeah, dude, it's nuts. So, this could be like a multi-million dollar thing of just kind of a criminal Mormon underground.
wow. Who would have thought the Mormons would have been just trying to steal all the Legos?
Ah, yeah, dude. It's crazy. It's crazy. And it's like it's a small kind of smaller suburb of Salt Lake and everybody kind of knows everybody in this town and
Mm,
it's yeah, it's the police are being very weird and the guys being very weird. All you got to do is give the Legos back. Like you just got to say, and now they're tanking their whole reputation of this company, which is like
yeah.
is one of the most reputable Lego companies ever is just tanking it. So I don't know what they have to lose. I
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Are these like the only sets left in existence? Like,
no, it's like it's not the
it's just
only sets left in existence. It's just a very good collection of all these Legos.
that's weird.
Yeah.
Dude, Legos are just like they're super fun. They're so expensive now though.
Yeah, it
Like
is.
one of those like mini packs, that you got as like a little present in your Christmas stocking is now like $50 for the little one. Like before, they definitely used to be cheaper,
Uh,
but now, especially the Star Wars ones, dude. Star Wars ones are so expensive.
yeah,
I,
man.
everyone wanted the Death Star.
Oh, dude. Yeah, and it was like I think at the time it was like I think I remember when I was younger, it was like $700. I can't imagine what it is now.
I wonder why it's so expensive.
Well, because nerds just get on that stuff and start collecting. It's like the same thing with the Pokemon cards. Like I didn't even know Pokemon Star cards were still like as big as they are of like a Dutch tulip kind of trade, you know?
People love Pokemon. I feel like Logan Paul, when he did his whole Pokemon thing, it revived that community.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
That's not even true. Pokemon's always been popular though.
I was at the mall. Um I was at the Fair Oaks Mall and I was in there and I saw this massive line. It was like, Zach, this line was going probably in front of like 5 or 6 storefronts long. This is a
Whoa.
very long line, and it was for Pokemon cards.
Dude, I
So,
learned Pokemon Go. Did
uh,
you play Pokemon Go?
a little bit, but
Yeah, I don't think I ever actually played it, but we all know it was a big thing. Pokemon Go's goal, like they made a ton of money not off like the Pokemon game. It was actually just a mass to collect free open source imagery. It's like a big GIS thing. Like it's like the largest open map of street data ever recorded from publicly sourced data.
wow.
So they essentially just gathered all this data for free. Just people taking pictures of stuff and they sell the data. That's the money where they make all their money.
That's crazy.
It wasn't the like extra Pokemon add-ons you can buy. Whether I'm sure they made a lot off that though. People were super into Pokemon Go. But yeah, dude, people will just pay for pictures.
That so it's like, is Google buying that?
Probably, yeah. Like for Google Street View or there's all at least in like the academic world, like people pay for the imagery to do like analysis on.
Wow.
Like you could go on Google Maps and like screenshot some, but you can't do that if you're downloading like 25,000 images,
Mm.
you know. So they'll pay for imagery like that. But
I
yeah, dude, Pokemon Go is huge imagery company.
wasn't it like if they wanted to find like more images of a place, they just put a gym there, put a ton of Pokemon there, right?
It literally is that. Yeah, because like all like the gyms were in like random rural spots. So it forced people to go there and take pictures of it.
Wow.
It's genius. It's so smart.
That is really smart.
Just make it into a game that people play. Collect the data, sell the data.
I remember there was huge controversy with like they put a gym at our church. And there was a huge like people were complaining. They're like, there's so many Pokemon goers at the church. And people would come, like I remember we'd be out in the back doing Boy Scout stuff or doing like youth group or whatever stuff. And there'd just be like these fat people sitting in their cars just on their phones and they're like we're like, oh, they're playing Pokemon Go.
That's insane. Dude, Pokemon Go players help build 30 billion image map of the world.
That's crazy.
500 million people downloaded the app in the first 50 days. That's insane.
Dude, Andrew Carnegie would have a tear to his eye, man.
He he built the steel, but he didn't build the digital infrastructure.
Yeah, man. What do you think about like high achieving business people because I at a certain point I feel like it just kind of becomes a game. Like apparently Mark Cuban and Trump had just a huge rivalry. That's why they still hate each other today is cuz they had like a big rivalry. Um yeah.
Like, uh, people are always hating on the billionaires. Like, I kind of get it, but at the same time, like, for the most part, most billionaires are self-made. Dude, like even if you inherit like yeah, I think Trump got, he got like a few million from like his inheritance.
Mhm.
Like that does not mean if you have $1 million in the bank you can become a billionaire. Like that $1 billion is so much money. Like you have to figure something out for that to happen.
Yeah.
So they're all like if you're a billionaire, you probably have made the money yourself. So it's like it, they can kind of do whatever they want with it. I don't know how much regulation there should be. Because like people are always like, oh, you have $30 billion. Like, why don't you fix world hunger? But then literally I could go to the same person and be like, you have more money compared to like the rest of the world. Why don't you donate a percentage to fix world hunger? And they'll all say, well, I don't have to do that. So it's like you can't really tell people what to do with their money. I don't know. I think people can make as much as they want.
Yeah. It's definitely it's I completely agree. Like I think the billionaire hate because it's like at the same time too,
Dude,
people say
they
that Jeff
yeah.
Bezos or Elon Musk has a certain amount of money, but it's tied up in the business and in assets, dude. So it's like even if they're worth like 400 billion, it's like how much of that do they actually have in cash that's not tied up in stuff, you know?
Yeah, but like even if they had it all in cash, like they earned it, you know? Like they can do whatever they want. Mr. Beast is like a famous example of like he's a billionaire on paper, but then has like a less than $100,000 in his bank account.
Yeah.
I think he could cash out, but he just invest everything back into the business.
Yeah, dude.
So
And that
dude,
and that's
I
what
don't. Also, people are like, I hate billionaires, and then they shop at Walmart. Or it's like, I hate billionaires, but then they buy from Amazon. So I'm like, you don't actually hate them if you're using. Also, they employ a ton of people. Like, I'm sure there's bad stuff that happens, but like, I don't think you really can be complaining.
yeah,
People just like to hate when people succeed.
I know. You aren't truly successful unless you have haters, man. And the
Yeah,
most
dude.
hated people are the most successful people.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like famous people with no haters. There's not many.
Keanu Reeves.
That's true. No one. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is unwarranted and it's at the same time too if they're like, "All right, let's do socialism. Let's completely redistribute the wealth. Everybody gets $50,000." Half of the people are going to squander that, dude. Half of the people are going to go on crazy shopping sprees and completely squander that money. And the other half are just going to save and invest it wisely and not waste it, you know?
Yeah.
So it's just like, and people at the top too are just, they're very frugal people. Like they don't spend their money on a bunch of stuff because it's like it's kind of a learned behavior at that point
Yeah.
and they're kind of in it for the love of the game. It's kind of a game to them because they're very hyper competitive at their core and that's what it takes is that if you
Yeah.
want to be a billionaire you got to be hyper competitive, dude.
Like I don't think you can like accidentally you can't just become a billionaire. Like you have to earn the billionaire status. Let's see. I'm gonna look it up. What percentage billionaires are self-made? It's like most of it.
Yeah.
Um,
Except probably like one European son or the Saudi royal family.
or like the Indonesian prince.
Yeah.
Uh, I'll find it in a second. I'll find it in a second.
Yeah, dude.
67% of billionaires are completely self-made.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's most of them.
And even then, like with you got to give props to the Saudi royal family and princes as well. Like
Yeah.
even though they do spend, they do buy like a Lamborghini a day and have like 20 Hawks. It's
Huh?
still like there's other countries where they get all the oil money and they just become just extremely like even more over extravagant than they are. So
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I don't really get the billionaire hate that much.
yeah.
Or like you can hate them, but like I don't think you can really regulate it. I feel like there's already probably so many regulations that they've figured it out. Like they know the process
Yeah, dude. I mean, that is what Trump said in the debate, man, with Hillary. He's like, I abuse the
of the
same
tax code.
things
Yeah.
as Hillary does. I do the same thing, you know.
I also don't get why people are mad at the tax code thing because literally anyone can do it. Like if someone was given the cheat code to the taxes, everyone would say yes, I'll follow it because within the law.
Yeah. And it's like, and there's tax havens as well. There's Swiss bank accounts, there's Bermuda, you know, the Maldives.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like that's just like a smart thing to do, but
Yeah, dude. People,
I don't know why.
it's like the crabs in the bucket, man. Like people just want to pull down people who are doing well, dude, and keep them in the bucket because they want them to be as miserable as they are. They want them to be like people think they're like, "Oh, these billionaires, oh, they're just like me and you." It's like, dude, no, but you're staying up, you're watching TikToks till 2 a.m., right?
Yeah,
You got a liberal arts degree, and then you expect you get mad and it's like, dude, no, you didn't put in the elbow grease, you didn't figure it out.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude. People are
People are gonna hate us for saying that. People are gonna be
there's
so hating of us. Do I think that though that like we could do more to take care of people? I think we could definitely do more to take care of people. uh
yeah.
you know
No one's perfect.
yeah.
Also, you don't know what the person's doing like behind the scene. Like maybe they are trying to solve world hunger,
Yeah, they could be.
and you don't like. Also, just because you have like money doesn't mean you can just fix the problem.
Yeah, dude. I mean, look, like
Like,
we give millions of dollars to these African countries, and it's not because they are African. That's ridiculous. Okay, it is because they're corrupt countries,
yeah,
and so we give millions of dollars, and the people at the top just take it, and they don't give it. They don't help the people or build infrastructure or invest in education. They just steal it. So
but yeah, even like the world hunger, it, like you can't just. It's not like a thing you can buy. Like, yeah, you have to make systems in place. Like, how is it going to work? Like that takes a long time to figure out.
mm,
You can't just buy it. Even like just giving like if you just like donate $10 million to like a random charity, that might not actually be it. I don't know. That could be pretty dangerous actually. Like it's probably better to donate 1 million to a charity than 10 million to like a normal size one, you know?
yeah.
Like one where $1 million would make a difference. It's probably better just to do 1 million.
I
That
mean,
way they can use it wisely opposed to act like they have all this leeway.
yeah, I mean that's why like integrity is just so important because it's like, as we've seen, like, dude, there's objectively speaking, there's a lot of fraud happening. And apparently, for the Palisades fire, we'll get into Spencer Pratt in a second, but in the Palisades fire, apparently they gave 3.4 billion or something to help with the fire rebuild, and they're still not building back. Like building back process is really slow.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the families are not getting well compensated. It's
Mhm.
crazy, man, because they are so corrupt. And the guy Spencer Pratt, who is running, and he's running as an independent, because he is an independent at the end of the day. Uh, and he's running because his house burned down in the Palisades. And he was like a reality TV show. I don't know if you know the reality TV show The Hills, but he was on there. And so
Uh-huh.
his house burnt down and he lost everything. And then he's like, I'm just gonna run for mayor. And now he's doing really well. We'll figure out how he's doing tonight, if he wins the primary or not, to go on
What
to the
time?
election.
What time does that end?
I think it ends like 8 p.m. Pacific time.
Uh,
So
huh.
however long that is from now.
Yeah.
Well,
Jeez.
12:30 we'll know. Yeah, 12:30 we'll know. Um,
Do you think you could win any political run?
no, dude, because they just come back, they dig up
All
stuff
of
from
those
the
Lardos
podcast.
podcasts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dig up the crazy, like, dude, nobody is gonna be able to run for office in the future. They're just gonna dig up stuff on everybody that they hate,
Yeah.
and so you know, I. But I think if I could just say like I think I might be able to pull something off though, Zach. With all that being said, I think I could win something.
See, I feel like, but now it's at a point where everything's so oversaturated where I feel like that stuff doesn't matter as much as it did, you know?
Well, do you know about another thing? I know I said there's a lot to talk about, but do
There's
you
a
know
lot of
about
talking
the
about that.
Graham Plattner thing as well?
No.
So he's running for Senate in Maine, right? And he has like this deep voice. He's a very like good looking dude. He's like a Marine. He had allegedly had a Nazi tattoo that he covered up.
Uh-huh.
And he's running as like a socialist. But so they've uncovered, because the Democratic establishment is now against him. They uncovered his Reddit, all his Reddit
Yes.
posts. He had like 2,000 Reddit posts. Dude, they are the
Yeah.
funniest thing in the world, man. It's like he's on the SRA, which is like the Socialist Rifle Association, rather than the
Uh-huh.
NRA. There's like a subreddit for that apparently. Frequent poster on there. Um, he's like one of those people who's like, I have a sustainable aquaculture farm off the coast of Maine. He's like an oyster
Uh-huh.
farm, which is kind of cool. He is kind
That
of
is
a
cool.
cool guy, dude. I'm not even gonna cap. He is kind of cool. But
That is
but he's like one of those people with kind of like a stick up their ass almost.
mm,
It all like that you read on the internet, that you read like you ever read comments on a Reddit post and you wonder what those people are like?
yes.
Well, there you go. He he said, dude, this bar in DC, it's called Nick's Cafe, is the
Oh,
best
no.
bar I've ever been to. And at the time of reading that, I had just gone to Nick's Cafe by sheer coincidence. And I will completely agree. It is the best bar I've ever been to in DC.
Why? What makes it good?
Dude, they have like those like, have you ever seen SpongeBob where they have like the ketchup bottles that you could like spray?
Yes.
No. Well, like yeah, like a condiment bottle. It's just like a generic one, except they fill it with a fifth of liquor and your choice of mixer. And it's only like 27 bucks, which is honestly a really good deal in comparison. And so you just get
Huh?
that for your friends and then you share it around. And they've got an old school jukebox there too. And so
Wow.
I was playing System of a Down for for a while. Um,
Uh,
it dude, it was fantastic bar, man. Except the bathroom is horrendous, but that's just a good bar. But yeah.
wow.
So
I gotta go check that out.
yeah, dude. But it was also his name was P Hustle. That was his name on
Hustle.
P Hustle was his
Wow.
name. And
Uh,
but recently they discovered like a kick though, which is like him supposedly, allegedly he was messaging women while he was married.
wait,
Not a good situation.
who is this?
He's Graham Plattner.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And he's running
Yeah,
for
well,
Senate.
oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
For some reason I was stuck on the bar still.
Oh no.
I was like, what? That's crazy. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's not good, but I feel like everyone's done something horrible. So you just gotta. I feel like anyone. I'm not sorry. That is not okay to do that. However, when you run for anything politics, I feel like politicians should get. They come on stage. They do on their third public appearance. They spend an hour and a half saying everything bad they did. Like just get it all out at the beginning.
Mhm. No, 100%.
I think that should be like required.
Yeah.
A Q&A session. Like people are allowed to bring up stuff and they can respond to it directly.
Yeah, it's I think that's a good idea.
Just get it all out of the way. And not even an hour. Full day. If there's that much there, as long as it takes.
Yeah, dude. I mean, dude, as long as you're honest with the people, you come in good faith.
Yeah, dude.
No.
I feel like anything below the age of like 21 is probably excusable. Most things, I would say.
I would agree, which is like maybe I should have been more of a dumbass back then, so I could have gotten it out of my system.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was very much a dumbass back then too, but
Weren't we all? Weren't we all?
I could have dumbass maxed it.
That's true. Yeah. But then you may have not learned about the Lego guy.
That is true. I may not have had my ear to the floor, man. Ear to the wall.
That's what I'm saying. There's levels to all of this.
You- What all right, what else has been I feel like I've been talking for a while, so what else has been going on for you? What do you want to talk about? So I've got other things
Well,
we could delve into as well.
um, at the beach I am at, three loggerhead sea turtles and two dolphins washed up dead on the beach.
Whoa.
I didn't see them, but apparently this was some big news this week.
Hmm.
Just washed up dead there. So also cargo ships, they're gross, right? All kinds of
Yeah,
pollutants and stuff. They're kind of cool. Like, have you ever watched a big cargo ship go by?
it is pretty sick.
Dude, like, I don't think people understand the scale of how big they are. Like that's crazy that humans can invent that and make that happen.
Hmm.
But I've been watching the cargo ships go by. I'm quite impressed, and I see a lot of like military jets go by. That's also pretty cool.
Hmm.
Um, doing like barrel rolls. I saw a plane today with a helicopter pad on it. Helicopter pad on the plane. Pretty insane.
Or was that like a plane? I think there's like one with like did it have a round top?
Kinda, yeah. It's like a helipad on top of the plane. It's like big circle.
Oh, that's like a sonar ship.
No, no, no. Hold up.
Yeah, no, I no, it's for like I swear it's for built.
Let me look. Oh, you might be you might be
Yeah,
right. Shit. Well, yeah, it was that thing. It was kind of cool.
that is cool. That is really cool.
See all kinds. I also learned that at certain bases there'll be like a pilot of the month or pilot. Yeah, I think it's of the month award. They'll give it to the best pilot, and if you win it, the pilots get to take the jets out and do whatever tricks they want. So I was told if you see a plane going crazy and they're doing like barrel rolls and stuff, like they're probably the pilot of the month winner, like abusing their special day. I They were serious when they told me, but I don't know if that's actually true.
Oh, that's sick.
But I thought that was kind of cool. Do you think you could survive a jet flight and not throw up?
Maybe if I have to read on the jet flight, then I'm screwed.
Yeah, that would suck.
But but do you think you could?
Yeah,
Hmm.
one time, like I know what I'm going in for. I think so. But
Yeah.
no, I wouldn't. I would probably die. What am I saying? I'd throw up instantly. But I would still do it though. I think that'd be cool.
My buddy who's shoot, I don't know if I should say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I don't think he follows the podcast, but he he was going to be a Black Hawk pilot in the military, except he was like on track to do that, except he figured out he had Crohn's disease, and now he couldn't do that. So he was medically discharged.
Oh, that kind of sucks.
Yeah, it's not good.
Poor guy. I feel like pilots they love the planes too. Like it hurts if they don't get to fly it,
Yeah,
you
dude.
know? Like it hurts deeper than other things.
Yeah, because that's like, I mean, you're training so much to do that. You've seen that. That's one of the things like if you're like disappointed you don't get to be an investment banker, it's like, oh, I was thinking about this at like 25. I started thinking about this,
Yeah, yeah.
but it's like, dude, pilot, you've been thinking about that since you were 4 years old.
Yep. You just want to fly a plane. You just want to fly those jets. Well, we have pilots on the podcast.
We do have pilots on the podcast.
We have everyone, everything.
They'll call him the next Sully. That's what
That
they'll
would be amazing. Yeah, I don't think, dude. I think
He
I
lands. He
am.
lands in Pandapis.
I if you've never been in a little plane, have you? Like a really small one?
I've never been in a little plane.
If you get into a little plane, like I went into one when I flew in Alaska.
Hmm.
I think I could fly a plane. Dude, it's literally like a car. Like the dude put the keys in, turned the engine on, and pressed the gas.
Yeah.
It's it's that easy. He literally took his phone, opened the flight version of Google Maps, propped it up on his little cup holder thing. He flew. It was like a car.
I
Like after seeing that, I'm like, wow, I didn't realize you could just. Also, he was. You don't need a runway. We landed on the beach. Like you can land in any flat space. This dude like this just changed my perception of flying. Like I didn't realize you can just have your own personal vehicle and get anywhere.
maybe the buttons are just there to confuse and throw people off. Be like, yeah,
Well,
this is harder than it is, and then it's actually not that
see,
hard.
I think that those all those button pads like don't exist in the small planes.
Mm.
Like it's still there, but here I'm trying to see float plane inside.
Is it
Like there's there's not that many buttons. It's maybe like I'm looking at a picture of a pic. I can share my screen. Hold up. Where? How do I share? Share. Okay. Is this sharing?
It says, oh, that's not terrible.
This is what I'm saying. Like, look, these are the speedometers.
Yeah.
You got a big red button. You got the radio, and you got a few, a little more than a car, but nothing you can't handle,
Yeah.
right? I mean, I think it's
And I
just
mean,
like
like landing it, I think as long as you don't rush it, you take your time landing it, like you decelerate enough, like dude,
yeah.
it doesn't seem that hard.
I, I don't think it is. I think, dude, I'm telling you, hold up. I have video of the guy taking off. I don't know if it's worth this. I'll pull it up. We'll bring it up as we talk.
Mhm.
But yeah, dude,
Yeah.
I don't think it's that bad.
I think do you think that listen, I I think like if push comes to shove on this flight that I'm gonna be on, like of course I'm excited to
But yeah,
travel, man.
you're going soon. When are you going?
I'm going Friday.
Are you serious? Like in
Yeah,
2 days, 3 days?
yeah, 3 days, dude.
Oh my God. I mean, I didn't forget, but I didn't realize this. It's already June.
Yeah, dude.
Holy shit, Jeremy. How are you feeling?
I'm a little. Every day I wake up, I get some butterflies in my stomach. I'm not even gonna lie, dude. But I'm
Did
so
you
excited, man. I feel like I'm going to Disney World.
did you tell anyone?
What? Yeah, yeah. Of course, I told people.
Okay, okay,
But no,
like
dude.
your
Well.
family?
My girlfriend didn't know. Like, I told my family. I thought I had told my girlfriend, but she was like, we were all sitting at dinner after my choir concert, and I was
Oh,
just like, and then I was just like, yeah, I'm going to Spain in 2 weeks. She's like, you're going to Spain in 2 weeks? She's like, I thought this was just an idea. I'm like, dude, I've been talking to your friend for like the past 2 months about this. She's like, I thought it was just an idea. I'm like, no. And we were arguing in the
wow.
second choice restaurant that our first choice restaurant was too crowded. And so at this empty pizza restaurant, I just had my hands in my face.
That's actually hilarious. Wow, you leave Friday
I
and you're
leave
going for a week?
Gold for a week. Yeah. I'm going. I
This
so
is so
okay.
exciting.
All right, dude. I had to. I have a confession to make. I have a confession to make. I tried to work it out so much. I was trying to run the numbers. I was trying to be like
Um,
like a quant dude. I could not go to Gibraltar, man. I was trying. I was trying. It was just like going down there. It's like Gibraltar's only like a 4 hour kind of excursion.
huh?
So and around it, unless you're going to Morocco, which I'm not at that level yet, dude. I'm still a noob,
Fair.
a level one crook traveler, dude.
It's
I'm not the
probably a smart decision.
if I was the level 99 Chad, I would go to Morocco, but I was just like and plus I'd only spend a day there, and then I'd have to travel and then another day in Granada, then take a train back to Madrid and then fly out the next day. And it would just be like, I'm like, dude, that's too much time. I'd be on a train. And so unfortunately, I'm sorry to say, I'm sorry to the people on the podcast, and I'm sorry to Zach. I cannot go to Gibraltar. It did not. I'm sorry. I really wanted to see the monkeys. I really wanted to see the monkeys in the runway, but it was unfortunate.
Yeah.
But Granada,
Spain.
I'll still take some videos of Granada, man. They've got some cool shit there.
Yeah, Spain will still welcome you
And I'm
with open arms.
and dude, so in Granada, every time you get a drink, right, they have a free tapas culture. So every time you get a drink, you get an appetizer of like the restaurant's choosing, right? So I'm gonna abuse that system.
Dude,
I'm gonna full abuse the system, man.
yeah, this is you need to film it.
I,
And you need to film as much as possible and then make it into a podcast episode saying Lardo's podcast went to Spain.
yeah, dude, I've got like 20 extra gigs on my phone now that I'm doing the iCloud.
Dude,
I
that's what
got
I'm
20
saying,
extra
man.
gigs, so dude,
All right. Also, here, can I pull up this flight footage?
yeah, go for it, go for it.
All right. I'll turn the sound off. First of all, shit, that's the wrong one. Okay, this is okay. We're on a beach. We're taking off. Okay. I'm gonna we're gonna analyze this. Look, on a beach, no runway required. This is it. I see a wheel, his Google Map phone, a little radio, and a walkie-talkie. This is all he needed to take off. Look, and he's just moving the joystick up, and you take off. How crazy is that? I think we could do it.
I think I as well now after seeing this,
Like this is it. Also, this is like a second wheel. Like the pilot sat here. This is like a second wheel which was not used. Look, there's your little cigarette burner to plug in your phone. Look, and I guess okay, he was using an iPad. I'm not even joking. It was exactly like Google Maps, but the flight version.
mm.
And literally, guess what the map said? Straight line that way. There was it. Dare I say, it's easier than driving. You don't even have to turn. You just take off straight to your destination.
People don't cut you off. People don't cut you off.
So, yeah, I mean, if you get cut off, you die.
Yeah,
But that doesn't happen. That
man.
doesn't happen.
Yeah,
So
I think
yeah,
definitely.
dude.
Listen, if you don't have the confidence, that's the thing.
Look at this.
People don't believe in themselves. People have a huge
Oh,
problem with anxiety and self-belief, and that's why everybody is so depressed and people aren't trying to be successful. But it's like, dude, you have to have the confidence that you can fly a plane if you need to be.
yeah.
You know? And I think I could.
Also,
I definitely you could.
two things. One, just looking at this looks like a car, right? Doesn't
Yeah.
even look like a plane. Like the top up here, the windows. Also, look, you can just open the window. See, I didn't know this was a thing. You can be in a plane and just open up the window. Like, look, it's a little handlebar. You just lift it up and open. You're 10,000 feet in the air, or however high these planes go. Isn't that like you don't even think about that? You can just open the window up. And then being delusional. This is like something I've learned
Yeah.
from my younger nephews. This was recent. It was after his soccer game. He's like 6.
Mm.
Okay. Nor is he that talented at soccer. He plays for fun. And then I was like, it was pitched that like I could like coach him like over the summer to give him a few tips. And he told me, why would I need tips from you? I'm the best player in the world and you suck. But he was serious. And I was like, he's so right. Like at a certain point, you have to be delusionally confident for something to work.
Yeah.
Which I think it's true. I think at some level you have to be delusional.
Yeah, and it comes in like there's a recent philosophy I've been studying called it has a word that I cannot say, um, and then maxing afterwards. Begins with an R. And that's just the name of the thing. I didn't name the thing, right? But it's basically it's like, dude, like, we just surrounded by society with anxious people and naysayers and people who are just constantly in deep thought like all of the time. Like, dude, if you overthink, man, if you think twice, then you lose twice, dude. You know what I'm saying?
That's pretty good. I
It,
don't think these people are in deep thought though. Like I think it's just like I don't think they're thinking.
mm,
Like when they're overthinking, they're not actually thinking.
that's the other part of it.
I think it's different. I don't think these people are thinking.
There's Well, there's no action. There's no action. They just
Exactly.
constantly, they're just in their heads. They're like, will this thing work if I try it? I don't know. And they go back and forth forever. And then they waste a bunch of time. It's like, dude, do it and figure out the consequences later. Be blindly delusional in achieving your dreams. Be like, hey, I can achieve that, dude, because Andrew Carnegie was like, hey, I'm going to be the richest man. I'm going to build a bridge off across the Mississippi. And he did it.
Yeah. And he did it.
And he did it like so you do have to be blindly delusional. There's this guy Alicia Long. I have to send you his videos.
Huh.
And he's so funny. But he goes deep in this philosophy. I think you would appreciate him. Yeah, look him up, Alicia Long.
Alicia Long.
He's so good. Yeah, dude, his
Huh.
his parents died when he was like 19 and he had to scrounge, dude.
Jeez.
So, but eventually, like, he's become semi-successful and he's just like, he's a big fan of this philosophy, you know?
Dude, that's all I personal experience. Okay, like from it was in grad school and the year before grad school.
Uh,
I convinced myself, truly believed this, that like I am at a professional soccer level. Like I thought I could play professional.
mm,
Am I? Absolutely not. But I did believe that for like over a year. I, of course, was not a professional athlete by any sense. However, by believing in that, I became the best at soccer I ever was. Got way more fit than I ever was. And I did a professional tryout where I scored a goal. So like I'm not saying I was at professional level, but I was way better than I was beforehand.
wow.
Magnet. It's like you got to shoot for the stars and you might hit the moon.
Exactly. Exactly. Dude, and
That's
it's having that, like, I mean, I think especially as men, like, no shame to the ladies, but dude, having that testosterone gives us that blind ability to just go out and be like, yeah, we're going to find food for the family. We're going to go out, we're going to hunt a big animal, even though we,
yeah.
we don't, we, we don't know where this animal is, but hey, we'll work it out. We'll find it. We'll figure it out and we'll dream about it. We'll come up with a way. It's like people are so focused now on just security. Like all the time, the big focus is just security and not going for your dreams. And it's like, dude, go for your dreams, man. Make a movie like Ryan going out and actually making a movie. Like, dude, you need that,
Yeah.
bro.
You
You know
learn
what I'm
way
saying?
more.
And
You're
it's like,
preaching to the choir.
yeah, dude, yeah, man, I'm glad. Dude, I'm gonna send this guy's videos. Like they are so good. They're exactly like they're gonna reinforce your philosophy even more.
Oh,
Um,
good.
yeah, dude.
That's why I'm pumped for I'm pumped for Gibraltar. Or sorry, not Gibraltar. Spain.
Respect. Yeah,
Spain.
dude. I mean, go in there, be like, you know, I tried to crash learn Spanish, but we'll figure it out. I know
Let's
a little.
figure it out. It'll probably be terrifying your first like 2 nights, and then you'll be like, it's not that, it's fine. And
I'm
then you'll be good, and then like something weird is gonna happen, and you'll be like, oh shit. But then it will be fine, and you're like, oh, that was a fun trip.
I dude, I'm just excited, man. I'm excited to feel the different money and watch Spanish TV and like look at the outlets, you know. That's
Oh,
what
dude,
I'm excited. I'm excited for the bidet, dude. I'm excited for the little things, man.
oh,
I
get
don't
ready
even
to.
know what monuments are in Madrid. I you know,
Oh, I was gonna say you should try to go to a soccer game, but I don't think you can. Like all the seasons are over,
uh,
and now, but it doesn't matter. That'll be fun, dude. Get into a pickup soccer game in Spain. That'd be hilarious. You just show up. I'm the American. Let me play with you guys.
and then
That'd be so good.
they'll treat me like how they treat the Americans in the league. Just have me ride the bench.
Yeah, probably. Hey, but dude, you're now on the bench and you wouldn't have even been on the field.
Yeah, dude, I mean, I could definitely like again if I just walk in there with blind confidence, be like, yeah, man, I could do this. Then I just get really passionate. Like that, I think that's what they want is they want the passion. They want me to
They
like
want the
like start
passion.
biting someone's ear when they score a goal, you know.
Okay, like even if you can't like kick a ball, like you can punch someone in the face.
Yeah.
You can get you can get the yellow card. You can get the red card.
Hmm.
It's hard to get a red card in soccer. You could do it.
Yeah.
Achieving things
Oh,
no one has ever achieved before.
I'm sorry. I thought this was American football. I'm
Exactly.
sorry.
Yep. That's what you gotta do.
I thought you could pick it up and hit people. That's what I
Wow. Are you staying in the same place the whole time?
no. So I'm gonna be in Madrid, and then I'm going down to
Oh,
Granada.
and then Granada. That's
Yeah,
right.
and yeah, dude, it should be a great. I'm staying at a hostel there, and they have
That's
a they provide a it's I guess it's like they advertised it as like being like a family dinner. It's,
yeah,
so
I think that's yeah.
is that
I
under?
think a lot of them will like I don't know. I think a lot of them do like eat together and like they'll like wait for you. Like if you're not like they'll wait for everyone to be there and then they'll eat.
I'm
I
it
don't really
was like
know to be honest.
4.9 star hostel, so we'll see how it is.
Yeah, that's good.
So
As long as it has like okay ratings, you're fine.
yeah, I'm dude. I'm excited, man.
Also, I feel like you'll be able to like you'll probably find people in the hostel like to do. I knowing you, you'll. I'm sure the people in the hostel will do something, and they'll be like, "Oh, like join us" or something like that. You know?
Dude. I'm game, man. We'll have a couple. We'll get a couple stogies. We'll get a couple drinks. We'll do whatever.
Dude,
We'll do whatever, and we'll get them
that's,
on the pod, man. I'll say, hey, I have a podcast. You guys want to record an episode right now?
that'd be so good. Film one every night.
Film one. I could film one with the people I'm staying with. That could be kind of fun for like in
Oh,
Madrid.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that
That's what I'm saying. That'd be awesome.
um they're going to a Bad Bunny concert.
Who?
I'm gonna go. The people I'm staying with in Madrid, and so I'm
You know? Wait,
yeah.
I'm
No,
who?
I know the
Oh,
people I'm staying with in Madrid.
oh.
So I'm not gonna if that dampers the party a little bit of me going into the great unknown.
No, 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 no. I forgot that was happening.
Yeah,
No, no, that's honestly best case scenario, especially if it's like your first time.
yeah, dude,
Like
and
that would be
that's what
nice to.
like it's a proof of concept. It's a proof of concept. And then if I could do it, then we'll up the ante until something terrible happens, and then I'll never travel again. You know?
That's what happened to me. I was really pushing it, and then I hit the no go, and now I'm never traveling again.
I'll
Not
go
really.
to, I'll go to like Vietnam. And I'll be like, that was fun, and I'm
Hell
gonna go
no.
to India, and then it's gonna be
No. I have no interest in like traveling to Asia, honestly. It's cool. I'm sure it's cool, but I'm good.
one of the groomsmen I at the wedding I went to. He went to Papua New Guinea.
Whoa,
Yeah,
that's like for fun.
yeah, for for, for fun.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
dude.
crazy, huh?
I don't know if his parents knew. If they did, there's some dumb parents.
You see, like someone got attacked by a grizzly bear in Glacier,
Really?
like a tourist got like mauled by a bear on the trail. That's kind of terrifying.
Mm,
Dude, I always trash like Virginia. It actually is super nice.
mm.
You don't have to worry about any like predators or natural disaster unless you're like on the coast. It's a
Yeah, dude.
pretty safe area.
Yeah, we don't have blizzards. Like if you go up northeast, they have blizzards. We don't have earthquakes. We don't
Like
have
we get
hurricanes.
we get a healthy amount of like everything that doesn't actually matter. Like we'll get the occasional earthquake where it just shakes a little bit, or you go to Blacksburg at a Metallica concert, little earthquake. Um, Blizzard. We'll get our good snowstorm once every 2 years.
Yeah.
Tornado, there's always like the one tornado sighting, but it doesn't actually destroy anything.
Mm,
Like we get a taste of everything.
yeah. It's definitely it's best of both worlds, and people complain it's like, oh, it's boring. It's like, dude, but I mean, boring is good when you're not in like, you don't have any of these like Katrina level catastrophes. So
I agree. Yeah, it's nice. I trash it a little bit too much, I think.
found a great fishing spot as well. We caught like 10 fish. We caught over 10 fish
Wow, really?
on this lake. We took a little boat out, dude, and we were like we were visiting each of these coves, and we didn't
Uh-huh.
find anything. We're like going up, so it's kind of like I forget what the dendrological term is for like a lake that's like has a bunch of fingers that
Uh-huh.
sprawls
Oh,
out. It's like a man-made lake, right? Bunch of
uh-huh.
fingers. So it's like we were going up, where it's getting narrower and narrower into these little coves. And there's like the shale area, and there's like I guess overhangs of soil over the water. And so
Uh-huh.
I told Matt, I was with Matt and John, and I told Matt, I said, dude, cast your rod right over there. I think there's a fish there. He casts his rod, immediately a fish bites, dude.
Wow.
It
That's
was it
awesome.
was a fantastic moment, dude. And I was piloting the boat, man. So I was steering like where we were going. So we found the
Wow.
spot. John, John did not catch fish for a while, and then it was like once I was like, all right, we're gonna leave the cove and we're gonna come back. And then as soon as we came back, he started reeling them in. So
Dude, that's insane.
it's
Man, there's some big fish. Like those sturgeon fish?
yeah, yeah.
Those are crazy. Those are like everywhere. They're massive fish. I'm trying to giant. Same with catfish. You ever go to actually I won't say it, but there's a big like lake reservoir thing kind of near where I live. And
Mm.
there was always a picture 85-pound catfish. Like, how do you catch that?
Whoa.
85 pounds. Like that thing is that's nuts.
That is pretty nuts.
Yeah, dude.
I 85 pounds.
Yep. It's insane. Insane. Insane.
Once you once you like start once you catch a couple fish though, like I went I was exploring this kind of bigger creek today. It was probably like creek was probably maybe like 40 feet wide. It was like a very wide creek and I was
Yeah.
fishing in it. I saw some fish scurrying around, but I didn't catch anything. So, but yeah, dude, I like got the bug to start doing it. So, but what
Nice.
do you know do you know about the Backrooms movie that's come
No.
out recently? So it's like I it's an interesting movie if you're not doing anything and you're just like curious, you should just go get a ticket and watch it. Or
Oh,
if I
okay.
come down, we can watch it. But it's like it's an interesting movie. Um, kind of like it's not like the Skinamarink. Did you watch the Skinamarink with us?
No.
It's not, in a way, it's like the Skinamarink, but not also not. Um, yeah, dude, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like this guy he owns this furniture store, and then he kind of clips into another dimension of just like this ever like have you ever seen a picture of the back rooms before? Are you familiar at all with the lore?
No.
So
I'm not. I have no idea.
back rooms is a it was like an internet lore started with like this image of this room, right? That someone took on the internet and they're like, "Oh, this is the back rooms," and somehow it got that name. And so the whole lore is that it's like this ever expanding, um,
Oh.
endless maze of like rooms.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just like looks like an office,
Huh.
and so and there's different creatures live in there. The guy who like made the YouTube videos, he made them all in Blender and they're like very well animated. And so he
No.
directed this movie, which is like in theaters. It's a really high grossing movie. He directed it at 20 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did he make the movie in Blender?
No, he didn't make the movie in Blender, but he made a
Oh.
ton of videos in Blender and he flushed out like all the lore for the back rooms. And so
Wow.
and he started doing it when he was 15. And then A24 reached out to him and were like, "Hey, you wanna make this movie?" And he's like, "Yeah." And so he's like one of the youngest directors to ever have, or I think he is the youngest director to ever have like a blockbuster movie.
Oh, jeez. Wow, that's crazy. Is it like a horror movie?
Yeah, it's a horror movie, yeah.
Huh.
But it's yeah, man, it's so it's very well done too. Like I kind of thought I'm like, "Oh, this is going to be like what, it's going to look like a 19-year-old made it." But it was very well done.
It's legit.
Yeah, it's very legit. Um
Wow.
so it just goes to show you, man, another thing of blind delusion. You're like, "Yeah, I'm going to direct a movie at 20 years old."
And it works out.
It worked out. Yeah.
Wow. I have to figure out my next delusional plan. I've
Yeah.
been on the back burner a little bit. I'm a little back on the front burner. I guess I'm on the front burner. I
Yeah.
don't know where I am. I'm just delusional and I don't know in what way.
Oh, why do you think that you have cycles of productivity and then cycles of not being as relatively speaking? Because you're always productive. It's like relative productivity, I guess.
Uh, I mean, the most recent one is just because I was like super sick.
Mm,
But what was it before? I honestly have no idea. I think if there's like a half, I feel like you do kind of need like not yes men. You just need like two people to like hear out your idea and say that's awesome, you should do it.
Mm,
I think that actually helps tremendously.
yeah.
Like having some belief in someone and not doubting in like a bad way, you know? I think that makes a huge difference. So I think maybe when it's dependent on like what people have said certain things. Because there's those people feed into your delusion. Like so they help you become that confident delusional person.
Mm,
Like I think you need that in order to achieve the delusional state we're talking about.
yeah. I would agree. It definitely helps to have a couple of people who's just like, pure encouragement.
Pure encouragement. Exactly. Yeah. So you might need some. I guess is that yes men are like fake. You don't want
Eh,
them to be fake.
Yeah, yes men are like trying to use you. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
you don't want that. You just want people to like actually think whatever you're doing is like not even a good idea. Just like, yeah, you do it.
mm-hmm.
I think that's all you need.
Word.
Yeah.
Any anything else? Like, I feel like we're both getting kind of tired.
Yeah, I think that's a solid place to stop.
Yeah. All right. Well, that sounds good, my friend.
Next podcast, Jeremy will be back from Spain
Yeah.
or in Spain, one of the two.
Yeah, dude. Or yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, dude. I'm excited. Uh, you know, if if I'm like, damn, I need because you, dude. Sometimes you never know. Sometimes you like, maybe you go somewhere and it'll change your life. Like you just kind of have to let it. If it is gonna change your life, like you kind of just have to let it. You know what I'm saying?
Let it happen.
Open. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Well, I'm proud of you for going
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
to Lardo's podcast all the way.
Well, I appreciate the love. Thank you so much, Zach.
Are we still recording?
Yeah, we're still. Oh,
Oh,
here. I'll shut her off. Thank you guys
stop
for
the
watching.
recording. Goodbye.